Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Lavella, and we are continuing our journey, our adventure through our forever world with spring winds. Uh, First, I have to apologize. It has been like a month and a half since we've been here. I'm guessing people probably thought, oh, yeah, forever world, my foot. She's already given up on it. No, there's been a lot going on. Um, I've been working on other series, as you can see from my channel. And there's been a lot going on in real life, and we'll get into that later. I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about it right now, but I don't know how much we're going to get done in this episode, but I do want to get you caught up. I think that's probably going to be the name of this episode is catching up. Um, the crops, I'm pretty sure, were already here. We've started some beetroot. It's been so long I can't even remember where I got the beetroot seed, but we have one and it's getting started. We had already done this part. I cleaned up, uh, well, kinda. Down here, I cleaned out another level. I opened this up so that we can have more storage down here. And then, and I cleaned this up. Instead of it being cobble, it's the sandstone. And not everything is going to just be regular sandstone. At some point, we will come in here and we will do some detailing and we'll mix it up a little bit. Now, I'm not one of these people, like if you watch BOO, his he and like Flip and there's different legendary builders that they put so much detail and they know how to do the gradients and they mix the blocks up and all that. My building is a lot more simplified than that. I think we've talked about that before. Um, this is our tunnel that takes us to our spawn area. We've seen that before. But as you can see, this has been cleaned up. Um, oh, we need to do the stat check. I almost forgot. I keep talking about the whole cheating thing, and I told myself I wasn't going to talk about it anymore because I feel like I've talked about it to death. But if you know who Flip is, he recently did a video uh, about cheating. And watching his video actually, literally, physically made my blood pressure go up. Um, if you don't know who he is, it's F as in Frank, and then Whip, WHIP, Whip. And he is what I would say a legendary level builder. It's amazing. There are people like BOO and Whip and Good Times with Scar and Pearlescent Moon, and there's a whole bunch more. But they are what I would call naturally gifted artists, like in the real world artists. And somehow their brain is able to convert that natural artistic talent and they're able to bring it into Minecraft. And the things they can do with these blocks, it's incredible. I am nowhere near that. I probably never will be, and I'm okay with that. I do what I do, I enjoy what I do, and I'm happy with that. But uh, anyway, Flip has a hardcore world that I think it's like 4 years old now, 3 years, 4 years old. Um, and what he does is he uses creative worlds to plan. So he has a copy of his hardcore world, and he goes into creative mode in the copy, and he uses Axiom and Lightmatica, and he does his building. He'll say build his museum or build his university, and he'll do it in creative mode and make a schematic. Then he brings that schematic into his survival hardcore world, and I'm just standing here using my hand gestures as if y'all can see me. he brings that into his hardcore world. He gathers the resources in survival and he builds it in survival. Well, he has people telling him that that's cheating. Okay, well, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I happen to disagree with them strongly. Um, First of all, it's his world. He can do what he wants to. Second of all, he's completely transparent. He streams his creative planning. He streams his resource gathering. He streams the building. He shows the schematic process. He shows the act. He's not trying to trick anybody. He's not being sneaky about any of it. Everything he has done and his whole process is on camera somewhere, whether it's a stream or an episode or whatever. He shows it all. And so he's completely transparent. So, anyway, uh, him being accused of cheating just really made my blood boil because um, he's not. I don't think he is. Now, some people may say, I'm going to go through this kind of fast. I'm just so that you guys can see it. So if you're keeping track of, what I've done or not done, I haven't even logged into this world in God knows how long. Um, but I did do a lot of stuff between the last episode and now, which I will show you in a little bit. That was general. Let's do items. But anyway, some people think that like pre-planning and creative is cheating. That everything should be done in the survival world. You should not use a creative world for any of it. And some people feel like using things like Axiom or Lightmatica, they feel like that's cheating. And I don't think cheating is the right word. I think that's the wrong terminology. I personally don't enjoy creative mode because I get more personal satisfaction. I get more feeling of accomplishment and completion when I do the whole process in survival. That's me. That's not for everybody. That's my style. At the same time, I'm not trying to pay bills with my content. I do this because it's fun for me. I do this because it helps me mentally. I enjoy this. Uh, it makes me feel better. I enjoy sharing my game with other people, even if it's only one other person who watches. The fact that I'm sharing it with somebody, it increases my fun factor and it makes me feel better. So, but that's how I prefer to play. Now, I have used Creative World to like try to plan out geometric patterns or like try to figure out how to do a dome or a sphere or something. So I have used it for that. But personally, for me, if I want to build something and I go and build it in creative, then that itch has been scratched. That craving has been satisfied. So then I don't want to build it in survival because I've already built it. So it defeats the purpose for pre planning for me. But if you're the kind of person who is trying to you're trying to pay your bills and you're trying to produce massive amounts of content on a daily basis, which he streams, I think he streams 5 or 6 days a week, at minimum 2 hours at a time. Plus, he makes episodes. So the man is putting out some serious amounts of content. So when you're doing things like that, it's a time saver. And I've talked before a million times about how valuable time is. Well, for him, it's literally money. So I don't know. I don't think cheating is the right term. I think there are people who believe that using those tools, first of all, it's not cheating because it's not breaking any terms of service that Mojang has. And Mojang has intentionally made this game for open world, for creativity, for versatility. You can set your parameters however you want to play. And that is the way the game is designed on purpose. So, using that variety that's provided, I'm not sure how you qualify that as cheating when that's why they made Minecraft the way it is. So you can play how you want, so you can build how you want, so you can explore and fight mobs and fight bosses, and you get to pick how you play. You want to play single player? Fine. You want to play with your friends? Fine. You want to play on a public server? Fine. Minecraft has made it so that you get to choose how you want to play, how you feel satisfied or entertained or enriched or whatever. You get to pick that. And so I don't think someone else has the right to tell you that if you're not a legendary builder, then you shouldn't be playing Minecraft. Or if all you want to do is explore, then you're not playing the game right. I don't think somebody else has the right to tell you that. I just, that's my personal opinion. As long as you're not doing something that's hurting somebody else or breaking the rules of Minecraft, or if you're on a server, breaking the rules of the server, as long as you're not doing those things, I really don't think anybody has the right to say, oh, well, you're cheating. Rah, rah, rah. Just because somebody doesn't play the game the way you want to play the game doesn't make it wrong. Anyway, I really need to stop talking about that, but it obviously, as you can tell, it's a huge pet peeve of mine. And the fact that they accuse somebody like him who is so blatantly transparent about every step of his process, and he explains how to use the programs, and he explains how to use the tools, and he explains what world he's in. He shows all of it. There's no deception. There's no sneaky crap off camp. It's all there. So I really, everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's a fact. But that doesn't mean I don't want to smack those people. I just want to take them by the shoulders and shake them till their teeth fall out. I don't understand. But at the same time, let me qualify that. There are people out there that produce content and they say one thing, but they're really doing sneaky crap off camera to make things easier for themselves. Now, the fact that they're doing that, okay, whether that's cheating or not cheating, everybody can decide that for themselves. What I don't like about that is the deception. They try to make it sound like they're doing this the hard way, but they're not really, because they're doing stuff behind camera. That I'm not a fan of. And there's enough of that out there that I understand why people would be skeptical. I get that. But someone as transparent as Flip really burns my butt. Really burns my butt to hear that people are accusing him of cheating. It makes me crazy. Okay, so you remember that little ugly safe house that I kept saying it's not about the pretty, it's about being safe? And I told you I was going to work on it off camera. This is what I did. I still wouldn't call this pretty. It's very stark. It's very gray. It's, very plain and simple. I mean, there is a little pattern in the floor, and I mixed up the blocks a little bit to create some, a slight pattern in the walls. So I don't consider it ugly. But for it to be pretty, in my opinion, I would need to bring some leaves in and maybe some carpet, or you know what I'm saying, some color, some greenery or whatever. But this is not supposed to be some kind of tropical retreat. This is just supposed to be a safe house. So while we're caving, we can come in here, we can dump our stuff and go back out. And if I have to go AFK, I can do it safely. But these are not as organized as they were when I started. But see, these are all full. And this is what I did. Oh, that one's empty because I did use, that was full of dirt and stuff. I did use that. So, but anyway, so I worked on this off camera. And let me see if I can show you. How do I get up there? I think I was placing blocks and pillaring up. I have to fix that, obviously, because the staircase is over there. But anyway, Like this door, it's kind of a dangerous door. You don't want to go walking out of that one too fast. Oh, let me in, let me in, let me in. And then that one goes into a wall. So obviously it needs work. But so I made this and I filled up all the chests. All the chests were full of stuff. And I was like, "Oh my god, we've got to get the storage room done. I'm tired of not having room for anything." So, and oh wait, it's dark. Let me sleep. So, it's typical Minecraft, you know. You want to do this, so you need to do that. And if you want to do that, then you need to do this first. And if you want to get that, then you got to do that first. And there's like a whole chain of events that needs to happen. And then you have people like me who can't always get through that chain of events because I'm playing and I'm doing my thing, and then I'm like, ooh, shiny squirrel. What's that? Oh, we got to do this. Oh, let's do that. Oh, wait. Whoop. What's that? Oh, shiny squirrel. Got to do this. So, yeah, it's hard for me to make consistent progress. So, anyway, I made this, got frustrated at the storage system, decided I need to work on the storage system over there on our main island. And then, as I was heading over there, I thought, you know what would be cool? Let me get up here. So what I decided would be cool, and I don't know if this is, well, it kind of has to happen now because I've already gone too far with it. But my idea was to kind of dig all this out and do some landscaping and terraforming. Well, terraforming and landscaping. It's going to have to be terraformed first. And just kind of make it to where uh, this land opens up and kind of gradually works its way down, like it, to look more, not all this choppy crap, but like in a natural way, so that it looks like you're walking down into a cave, and then there's the house, and you go through the house into the cave. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that was my idea. Um, we'll see how far I get with it, but I have spent an enormous amount of time digging all of that out, and it may not look like I've done anything here, but this was quite tall to start with. So I've dug a lot of that, and obviously, as you can see, I'm using stone picks still. So yeah, this was yeah, much high. I've taken multiple levels off of here. Let's what was that? Uh, stone 23,037. That's how many I've mined. So yeah, I've been busy. Uh, yeah. But what I need to do, because I'm tired, I want to get this done. Obviously, it's going to be a long-term project, and it may be something that just sits and collects dust for a while I go do something else, and then I come back and work on it, and go do something else, and come back and work on it, because it's going to be such a massive project that I have a feeling I'm going to get tired of looking at it. So, as a matter of fact, that's probably one of the reasons it has taken me so long to get back here, because not that I'm burned out, but I was just like, man, I'm sick of looking at it. And the thing about doing all this for content for the channel is I don't want to do everything off camera. The whole point of the ooh, that was scary. The whole point of a let's play is let's play this together, not oh well let's see what Lavella did off camera for a month and a half. Okay, well we won't see her again for another 6 weeks. We'll see what she does. That's not what I'm going for here. I want this to be a let's play, as in we're going to do this together. So I don't want to. I mean, some things like this I worked on this too, filling in more holes and trying to do some terraforming over here. I worked on that a little bit. But yeah, I was working on that and I was digging all that out and I was running out of room. And so I was coming over here for something, and I was like, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and just get this storage room going. So I dug all that out and got that prepped so we could make a storage room or start the storage room, because the storage room I want to start up here, and then I want it to extend down it underneath, and then we can go down as many layers as we need. But I want to have at least something up here for decoration, if nothing else, and then maybe have the actual storage down there. But uh, so that's where we are for getting caught up. And another reason that I am determined to get this storage room going is because that has to go. I have looked at this as long as I want to look at it. I don't want to look at it anymore. If you like to play Minecraft and you're not what you consider a good builder, and this is what you like to build, then that's fine. But this is not for me. I do not want to keep this. I want to build something else. So, I want this taken down. This was just thrown up there as a big cobble box to get us started, so I'd have a safe place in case I had to go AFK to, get water for the dogs or go to the bathroom, whatever. I didn't want to have to log in and out every time. So that's all that was supposed to be, and it was supposed to be temporary. And as far as I'm concerned, it's been there too long. And the fact that we have basically no real storage system, this just because this chest monster is under a roof doesn't make it less of a chest monster, in my opinion. So anyway, that's that. That hang on a second. Let me see if I messed this up. No, I didn't. Okay. I hope I didn't mess that up. I hit the start recording button and I'm already recording. I really hope I don't have to do all that again. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up just a few minutes early because I only have about 7 minutes or so left on this episode, and I don't want to start something and make it end up being too long. So I do apologize for it taking me so long to get back here. I do appreciate you spending your time with me today. Whether you watch the whole video or whether you only watch part of it, your time is valuable. What you share is a gift, and I am sincerely appreciative. So thank you for that, and we will see you later.